So in part 2, we're going to look more at some of this understanding and filtering attributes here. And so we are just finishing up step 11. We're going to move on to step 12. By the way, it often will tell you how many were selected. So let's see here. How many were selected? Where's my selected feature? It doesn't always tell you in the same spot on your screen as it does in the tutorial, so just be aware of that. But if you go to your attribute table, you can see that we have 103 selected cities, which is what it should be. So we're going to exit out of that. We're going to go back to our instructions, and we're going to see that we want to export some of these features. So we want only these capitals to be in a file. We don't want all of these other cities. It's too much information, and we would really rather just see the capital cities that are over 1 million people. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to back here. We're going to right click on our layer. This is our layer, and we're going to right click our mouse button and go down to export. Okay, and then we want to save selected features. So what are our selected features? Well, we filtered out those cities that have 1 million and are a capital city. So we're going to export those. And what our lab tell us a file name to use? It sure did. Oh, it wants us to use the GeoJSN format. So we'll do that. That's okay. Format. So I'm going to go back and change that to the JOSN format. GeoJSN. That's what I did. And we're going to name it populated capitals. Notice that they use an underscore as a space. And that's helpful. It's kind of an old school thing. But since it's kind of the way we've done GIS has always done things, not necessary quite so much anymore, but it's something we do. Oh, populated capitals. AL. There we go. All right. And so one thing is you want to make sure you put it in the right spot. Okay. So I want it to go into the same folder as my other stuff. So I'm going to make sure it goes there. And so I know exactly where I've put it, that it's in the right spot. Okay. All right, so then the CRS is, again, we're going to talk more about CRS in a little bit, but it's an important aspect of all maps. So you want to make sure we've got the right CRS. It's 4326 again, so we are in 4326, so we're good to go. If for some reason this isn't correct, you can go over, click on this, and then filter, just type in 4326, or maybe it'll even show up in here. And if you did lab or our first training, it should already be in there. Okay. So in this part, we're going to so as we're trying to export these spots, these population areas, we don't want all of that extra information that was in the attribute table. A lot of stuff we didn't need, and so we're just going to unselect a lot of this stuff. We're going to keep name because we want that, and we want population. So I'm just going to, you can deselect all of them actually, and just click name, and then find population. Population max. There it is, right there. That's what we're looking for. Okay. And so in step 15, we got name, and pop max is what we were asked, and then we are going to click OK. Okay, and we clicked OK. That will not pop up for you. I actually did this twice. So I'm going to get rid of this file by clicking on that toggle button. And you can see the little purple dots are the capitals with populations over 1 million. So our instructions end there, except for I'm going to add just one little thing because I do not like just a map like this. I want it to look a little more cool. So we're going to go back to QGIS, and we're going to go over up to our natural Earth from number 1. And what are we going to do? I think what we're going to do is we're just going to pull in this. It's going to be boundary lines. So I'm going to click on this actually and bring in 10-meter boundary lines. And I'm going to bring in maritime indicator lines. And I'm going to bring disputed area lines. I'm going to bring in map units. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's do one more thing. Okay. So first of all, let's change my colors because I don't like my colors. So I'm going to click on, if you right click on here, I'm just going to change my colors a little bit, and you can use any color you wish, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to change it to that, some kind of natural earth color. I'm going to apply it. Oh, and all of my colors changed. And then let's click on our populator. I'll right click, or I double left click, and I want some effect. So I'm going to add that button. So these are capital cities. Boom! There we go. Now that's awesome. Okay. Let's get it centered. A little bit. So I can do that by clicking on my hand here and just centering things just a tad. And now I am going to make a map. So I'm going to do what we did on the last one, new print layout. Okay. And then I'm going to add a map. Click and drag. And then I'm just going to add a few items to that map, if you remember. So I'll just add a title. Let's just add a title, right? Add a label. Now you can make yours look as cool as you want. Capital cities over 1 million in population. Alright, and then I'm going to change my font. You can make it look as cool or as not cool as you want. I'm going to go with 30. Let's go a little smaller. let's see, let's do 20. 0 in population. You can make it, you can give it, you know, play with it every which way you want. I love maps that look cool. This is not cool. There needs to be more on here. Let's look at, add a north arrow bar. Let's add that right there. Man. Kind of looks like the Star Trek symbol, right? You can add other things. Anyway, your assignment is to make it look cool. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Your assignment is to make it look cool, and this is what I want you to turn into me. So you might need to refer to the last lab in order to make it look cool and adjust it any which way you want. And then you will export it. Again, as a PDF is what I prefer. Name it Training 2 in your last name and click Save. Okay, so and then make sure you've got it saved and you can click Save and it should be available to you. Alright, so that is what you're turning in. Okay, have a great day. Bye.